Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm excited to be your guide today as we embark on a visual journey to some of the most beautiful cities in Europe. We're talking about places where history comes alive, where every corner is a postcard, and where the art, the architecture, and the ambiance just sweep you off your feet. We considered everything from grand historical sites and charming canals to lively public squares and just that certain European joie de vivre. So, get ready to be inspired to pack your bags and experience the magic of Europe. Let's get going. Our first stop takes us to the Dalmatian coast of Croatia, where the ancient walled city of Dubrovnik shines like a pearl on the Adriatic Sea. Picture this: towering medieval walls encasing a maze of cobblestone streets, terracotta rooftops shimmering under the sun, and the azure waters of the Adriatic lapping at the city walls. Dubrovnik's history is as rich and dramatic as its scenery. Walking through its gates is like stepping back in time. Be sure to take a stroll along the city walls where you can soak in those breathtaking views of the Old Town and the Elafidi Islands. Enjoy a seafood dinner at a waterfront restaurant, sip Croatian wine under the stars, or hop on a boat tour to explore nearby islands and hidden coves. Dubrovnik is a feast for the senses, a place where history, culture, and natural beauty combine to create an unforgettable travel experience. Next, we journey to Portugal, where the vibrant city of Porto awaits on the banks of the Douro River. Porto is a city that effortlessly blends old-world charm with a modern, cosmopolitan vibe. You'll be enchanted by its colorful buildings, its winding alleyways adorned with azulejos, those beautiful hand-painted tiles, and the aroma of freshly baked pastel de nata wafting through the air. One of the best ways to experience Porto is simply to get lost in its Ribeira district. Of course, no trip to Porto would be complete without a visit to one of its famous port wine cellars. Take a tour, learn about the history of this fortified wine, and be sure to indulge in a tasting or two. And for breathtaking views of the city, hop on a traditional Robalo boat and cruise down the Douro River. Porto is a city that surprises and delights at every turn. Could we really talk about beautiful European cities without mentioning Paris? Of course not. The City of Lights, with its iconic landmarks, world-renowned museums, and undeniable romantic allure, continues to captivate travelers from around the globe. Paris is a city best explored on foot. Stroll along the Champs-Élysées, window shop at designer boutiques, and pause for a coffee at a sidewalk cafe, watching the world go by. Climb the Eiffel Tower for breathtaking panoramic views, admire the Gothic grandeur of Notre Dame Cathedral, and get your art fix at the Louvre, home to masterpieces like the Mona Lisa. Venture beyond the well-trodden paths, and you'll discover charming neighborhoods, hidden courtyards, and local markets bursting with fresh produce and regional specialties. Paris is a city that stays with you long after you've left. Next, we're heading north to Copenhagen, the stylish capital of Denmark. This enchanting city is a delightful blend of Scandinavian chic, historic charm, and a laid-back, bike-friendly atmosphere. Get ready to be charmed by its colorful buildings, picturesque canals, and the friendly locals who embody the Danish concept of hygge. One of the best ways to experience Copenhagen is by hopping on a bike. The city is incredibly bike-friendly, with dedicated bike paths and a culture that embraces cycling as a way of life. Pedal your way along the waterfront, through historic squares, and past some of Copenhagen's most iconic landmarks. For a taste of Copenhagen's royal heritage, head to Amalienborg Palace, the home of the Danish royal family. Copenhagen is a city that effortlessly blends old and new, where history and modernity coexist in perfect harmony. Prepare to be transported to a world of canals, gondolas, and breathtaking architecture as we arrive in Venice, Italy. This floating city is unlike any other place on Earth, a labyrinth of islands, bridges, and waterways that seems to exist in a realm of its own. Venice is best experienced by simply getting lost in its maze of narrow streets and canals. Hop on a Vaporetto, the city's version of a public bus, and glide along the Grand Canal, the main waterway that snakes through the heart of Venice. Admire the opulent palaces and churches that line its banks, each with a story to tell. No trip to Venice would be complete without a gondola ride. Be sure to visit St. Mark's Square, the heart of Venice and home to some of its most iconic landmarks, including St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace. Venice is a city that awakens the senses, a place where art, history, and culture converge to create an experience that is both magical and unforgettable. Our journey now takes us to the cradle of Western civilization, Athens, Greece. This ancient city, crowned by the iconic Acropolis, is a captivating blend of ancient history, vibrant culture, and modern energy. Prepare to be awestruck by its archaeological treasures, its lively neighborhoods, and the warmth of Greek hospitality. Of course, no trip to Athens would be complete without a visit to the Acropolis. This ancient citadel, perched atop a rocky hill overlooking the city, is home to some of the most important architectural masterpieces in the world, including the Parthenon. After exploring the Acropolis, delve into the historical heart of Athens with a visit to the ancient Agora. For a taste of modern Athenian life, head to the Plaka district, a charming neighborhood nestled at the foot of the Acropolis. Athens is a city that effortlessly connects the past with the present. Get ready to be swept away by the beauty of Budapest, Hungary, a city often referred to as the Queen of the Danube. This grand city is divided by the majestic Danube River, with Buda on the west bank and Pest on the east. Budapest is a city of contrasts, where grand architecture, thermal baths, and a rich history combine to create an unforgettable travel experience. One of the best ways to get your bearings in Budapest is to take a stroll along the banks of the Danube River. Admire the city's iconic Parliament building, with its neo-Gothic spires, the majestic Buda Castle, perched atop Castle Hill, and the Chain Bridge, a symbol of Budapest's unity. No trip to Budapest would be complete without a visit to one of its famous thermal baths. Relax and rejuvenate at the Széchenyi Thermal Baths, with its grand neo-Baroque architecture, or opt for the more intimate Gellert Thermal Baths, known for its Art Nouveau design. Budapest is a city that captivates the heart and the imagination. Our journey next takes us to the heart of Tuscany, to the magnificent city of Florence, Italy. Florence is a city that needs no introduction. It's a place where art, history, and culture intertwine to create an atmosphere of unparalleled beauty and inspiration. Start your Florentine adventure with a visit to the Duomo, the city's most iconic landmark. This majestic cathedral, with its towering dome designed by Brunelleschi, is a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. No trip to Florence would be complete without a visit to the Uffizi Gallery, one of the most important art museums in the world. After immersing yourself in art, take a stroll across the Ponte Vecchio, Florence's most famous bridge. Florence is a city that will stay with you long after you've left. Prepare to be captivated by the dramatic beauty of Bergen, Norway, a city nestled between 7 mountains and the sparkling waters of the Norwegian fjords. Bergen is a city where nature takes center stage, with breathtaking scenery at every turn. One of the best ways to experience Bergen is to take a stroll through its historic Bryggen district. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a collection of colorful wooden houses dating back to the 14th century, when Bergen was a major trading post for the Hanseatic League. For breathtaking panoramic views of the city, hop on the Fløibanen funicular, which whisks you up to the top of Mount Fløyen in just a few minutes. No trip to Bergen would be complete without experiencing the magic of the Norwegian fjords. Take a fjord cruise and sail through these narrow inlets carved by glaciers, surrounded by towering cliffs, cascading waterfalls, and lush green landscapes. Bergen is a city that effortlessly blends history, culture, and natural beauty. Our final stop takes us to Brussels, Belgium, a city that often gets overlooked but shouldn't be. Brussels is a city that effortlessly blends grand architecture, world-class museums, and a love of all things delicious. Get ready to be charmed by its stunning Grand Place, its Art Nouveau heritage, and of course its heavenly chocolate. Start your Brussels adventure with a visit to the Grand Place, one of the most beautiful squares in Europe. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is surrounded by ornate guild halls, the impressive town hall, and the Brussels City Museum. Brussels is a city with a rich art and architectural heritage. Visit the Magritte Museum, dedicated to the works of Belgian surrealist painter René Magritte, or explore the Horta Museum, housed in the former home and studio of Victor Horta, a prominent Art Nouveau architect. No trip to Brussels would be complete without a visit to the Atomium, a unique landmark built for the 1958 World's Fair. Brussels is a city that surprises and delights at every turn. Well, there you have it, 10 of the most beautiful cities Europe has to offer. I hope this little virtual adventure has inspired you to pack your bags and experience the magic of these incredible destinations for yourself. Remember, travel is about more than just checking sites off a list. So, get out there, explore, get lost, and embrace the joy of discovery. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more travel inspiration. Until next time, happy travels.